Hey traders, it's John Howell here, and I've got a really big update for you today to wrap up the week that we've just had. I want to be looking at obviously all the markets. I'm going to be talking about the USDJPY trade that I've done just recently. I talked about that throughout the week as well too. I even gave you guys a heads up on YouTube that that's what I'll be doing, and I hope you guys saw that. I did that last week. I'll be talking a lot of things as well too. I'll be talking about like the actual markets, be talking about different stocks, be talking about Bitcoin as well too. I'll be looking at the yield curve, be looking at the velocity of money, and why I believe that a major turning point is coming. But first, we are going to see one hell of a capitulation. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So let's get straight into today's market update. Oh, by the way, guys, for the last few weeks, I've been giving away free access to my trading course that I recorded. It goes for 5 phases. It's actually a brand new course. But what I'm about to do is I'm actually about to close down free access to that. And I'm about to start charging for the course. So today or tomorrow, the next 1 or 2 days, I'm going to be closing it down. And then I'm going to start charging it. So this is probably one of your last chances you're going to get free access to the actual brand new trading course. The trading course that I recorded goes through 5 different phases to walk through you doing well out of trading. Phase number 1 is all about you doing really well out of trading. That's all about the foundations, the biggest mistakes, so on and so forth. Phase number 2 and 3 is all about chart reading and the simple indicators and how to actually read the charts properly. Phase number 4 is all about why you don't need to be trading a lot. You're only 7 trades away from you're only really 10 trades away from significant amounts of money. And I'll show you how that works there. And then phase number 5, I'm going to just give you my trading. I'm going to teach you my trading system. I'm going to teach you all that sort of stuff, how to find the trades and all that sort of stuff. It's actually in the trading system. So guys, very first link in the description, or if you just go to Johns, JOHNS, freegift.com, and you'll be able to get access to that. But just go get the help you need. Okay, I know a lot of you right now watching are hurting, but go get access to at least that free trading course. It's going to help you out. So let's have a look at the first. Let's actually start off with the good old markets. The markets here. Let's actually bring up this tab here. Actually, that's silver. Let's bring up the stock market first. And the thing that's happening with the stock market right now, guys, is that I'm just going to come out and say it. Okay. A major turning point is coming in the markets. We're getting very, very, very close to that. But one thing that is really important to understand is I've been doing videos the last couple of days saying get ready for that, but we're not there yet, right? We need to wait for the market to turn around. But I believe a major turning point is going to come from a major capitulation. We need a major capitulation. We're not a 1,000-point down day in the Dow. No, we're talking like a 2,000 or 3,000 point down day in the Dow. That's when we're going to come. And the reason why I'm saying that is that I'm getting people ready to get ready for that bottom, because most people are going to miss it. Most people are going to miss that major turning point is coming. But first, there's a big, massive capitulation coming first. Okay, that's what I truly believe. We may not get that capitulation, but I believe we are on our way to getting that capitulation. Now, what's likely to happen is there's going to be massive blood on the streets. There is going to be massive blood on the streets when it comes to that. But that's going to be a major turning point in the markets, I truly believe. And then you watch the Fed. They're going to start to drop interest rates. They're going to start and the next QE package, guys, by the way, next QE package is going to be 3-4 times as big as the one that bigger than the one that they did in COVID. So we are really getting ready for that. And that's why I'm saying we are getting ready for, there's a major turning point coming, but I don't know when, right? There's like literally, it could be over the next couple of months, but I believe over the next couple of months, maybe, or maybe it doesn't happen to the end of the year and I'm completely wrong. But there is a major turning point coming, but first there's going to be capitulation. But the reason why I'm saying this is because when we get the capitulation, think opposites. Okay, when we get blood in the streets, think opposite. Oh, major capitulation, major turning point is just around the corner. And so that's what we're seeing through. We're just getting this slow grind to the downside. As you can see on the S&P, we're still continuing this downward slide through here. We're not really doing much ever since we had this down day. Like if we have a look at the Dow Jones, and even on this Dow Jones, right? So see this down day here, See that down day right there, like that. That was what, like 1,000 points. We're probably going to get on the Dow Jones. We're gonna probably, like, see that bar there. We're probably going to get something like this. What's that? 2, 3. We're probably going to get a bar that looks something like that on the Dow Jones to finally wash out this whole bear market that we're in right now and have that capitulation. But that's what I believe we're going to see on the screen, and it's going to freak people out. Something's going to happen. Someone's going to go bust or something like that, and it's going to freak people out there. So we can really see that there. But first, I believe that we're probably going to get I don't believe it's going to be now. Most of the time, that sort of stuff happens towards the end of the year. So maybe we're going to be in this downward slide for the rest of this year. Maybe. And so we can see that we're out there right now. So if we can get, but we're probably likely to get some sort of a bounce out of this here. We've been coming down for a while, but probably going to get some sort of a bounce. You can see the last couple of days we've been holding here. So we may even get a bit of a rally into next week and then maybe a turnaround. But we are in a massive downward trend. And I would not want to be trying to buy this market right now because there is no sign of it actually turning around. And that includes Bitcoin as well too. So we can see here, same for the same for the Nasdaq as well too. Big move down. Again, we're probably going to get some sort of a strong rally, maybe even next week, moving out of this thing here. S&P 500, same sort of thing as well. But let's look at this here. So the big thing here, the reason why I'm saying we're probably going to get some sort of a strong rally out of this here is because we're definitely oversold. And we have been now for the last sort of week. You can see we're just sort of hovering around here. But if we have a look at the fear and greed index, we can see that that the fear and greed index is almost at 0. And this is actually going to be, was that 12? Yeah, we're at that 12 level there. Like we're still at the maximum extreme fear in the marketplace. And you can see that we've had this just enormous extreme fear. So that's why I believe we're going to get some sort of a strong rally. When we get the strong rally, this fear and greed index is going to do something like this. It's going to start to come up through here somewhere where there's not going to be any fear. But that's going to be on the short leg there. So if we see the S&P 500, we can see that we've actually got this here. So we may even get a bit of a strong rally out of this there. But it's not going to be over, okay? It's not over. I mean, this downward leg is not over through there, right? We need to see this whole thing turn around. And if we start to do something like this, then we start to hold something like this, and then we start to get some sort of strong down bar like that, and we start to do this, this bear market is not the end. So don't be trying to buy this market, okay? When I say a major turning point is coming, it is coming. I'm just getting you prepared. Over the next maybe 2 or 3 months, there's going to be a major buying opportunity in the markets, and you need to be prepared for that. But for now, yeah, maybe a bit of a rally, but I wouldn't be trying to buy this market right now. So that's what I'm seeing through there. Also looking at, hey, look at me, what are you doing to me, Guru Focus? All right. So if we have a look at let's go down to, where are we? Look at the treasury yield that's happening right now on the treasury yield, obviously of May through here. We've still got this very, 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 very sort of strong sloping move to the upside. So maybe, just maybe, guys, maybe, just maybe, my call for 5,500 by the end of this year, maybe it's going to happen, or maybe I'm completely wrong with that, because the Fed's going to continue to keep raising and raising and raising and raising and raising rates. That's going to send us into the next recession, and then maybe we get. And then maybe the capitulation happens towards the end of the year. Like maybe I'm going to be eating my own crow here, or eat my own words there, right? So maybe they're going to keep raising this up and raising this up and raising this up, as you know, interest rates start to drop, because interest rates do look like they're actually getting ready to maybe have a bit of a pullback as well too. So these high interest rates that are happening through here, it does look like they're going to start to come down. If they start to come down as the Fed starts to raise interest rates, then yeah, that will send us into the next recession. But once again, guys, remember I said before, even with the next recession, when they do the next stimulus package, it's going to be the biggest one of all, and that's what's going to happen. It's sort of baked in the cake. Now, when they do that, YOLO, baby, YOLO. So So we can see that through there. Even if we have a look at the VIX as well too, we can see the VIX, and the VIX hasn't even spiked. I've been saying for the last sort of couple of weeks now that I believe we need to see a massive spike in the VIX, something really big in the VIX for the market. For the market to basically wash it out, right? Give us a massive capitulation on a bottom there. So again, I believe we need to see a spike like that to create that massive bottom in the markets through there. All right, but once again, guys, we are going to see a major bottom, and again, it may be soon, it may be this year. I don't know when. But the bottom is going to come from a capitulation, okay? So be alert. Don't be sucked into all the headlines in the media and all that sort of stuff, because the major bottom is going to come from a major capitulation in the markets, okay? So let's go have a look at, and so that's what I'm seeing through the whole markets through there. Now, the big thing that I want to touch on before I get to the interest rates is this velocity of money. We can see the velocity. The velocity of money simply means of how much, basically, what's happening with people, okay? And what's happening right now is baked in the cake of what actually happened, so many times through history. If you go to Mike Maloney's channel, Hidden Secrets of Money, go watch the episode number 9, okay? Episode number 9. And from the episode number 9, you'll be able to see that this is what's happening right now. All right, we're already starting to see what? We're starting to see even signs of price controls of the inflation. We're starting to see people starting to hoard money, right? It's just the exact same thing. It's the same thing that's happening again and again and again. But guess what's going to come soon? All right? Guess what's going to come real soon? This velocity of money, when people stop, it's probably going to happen on the next QE package, because the next QE package is going to be massive. When people start to feel a lot more freer in what they're doing, this velocity of money is going to turn around. And when it turns around, because it will turn around, as you can see, we've been in this downward slope now ever since 1995. When this thing starts to turn around and we start to get the velocity of money start to pick up, where people are now really starting to spend their money and do their thing, right? Again, there was a recent article of that already happening. People starting to hoard their money. That's going to happen over the next. That's going to happen maybe over the next. It's going to happen this decade. All right. So watch the turning point, because when that happens, things are going to go absolutely crazy. And then I probably believe this thing's probably going to turn on the other side of this decade. So say 25, 26 and onwards. I believe we're going to start to get something like really big that's going to move this velocity of money. When that happens, it's going to be just an enormous, like that's what's going to really push inflation, right? Because now, like, yes, you think inflation was bad from what the Fed did. Wait till the whole public starts to change, where they start to really, like the velocity of money dropping as they've been printing. What happens when they actually then start to, when the velocity of money, where they actually start to change hands more and more, and then we actually catch up to velocity. Again, I learned all this from Mike Maloney. Guess what's going to happen to gold? Just keep it at that. Guess what's going to happen to gold? Okay, so let's go have a look at the interest rates. And this is something I've been talking about with the interest rates here for a while now. And I've been saying that we're probably going to get a bit of a drop in the interest rates, and we're probably going to get a bit of a pullback in interest rates now. And that's exactly what we're getting on the interest rate side of front. We can see how that we have this sort of shoulder, this head here, and then we also have this shoulder through here as well too. And we're starting to roll over through here. We've created this lower high breaking down. So, it does look like that the interest rates are going to start to come back down. This 10 years is probably going to start to come back down to around that. What are we looking at here? Daily chart. So we're going to probably come down to just probably that low twos, around that 2000 2000% interest rate. Golly. About that 2.2 on the interest rates there. And again, I'm not sure what's going to cause this. Maybe the Fed's going to start to buy bonds again. I don't know. And you can see we're starting to roll over on the 30-year as well too. We're really, and this is something I've been talking about for the last few weeks as well. We're starting to get this is happening, and now we're actually breaking down. So again, I wouldn't be too surprised to actually see this thing start to come back, start to get a bit of a pullback in the in the interest rates as well too, and same for the 2-year. The 2 years really starting to roll over here. So if we and we've been going up for quite some time. So if we start to get a really a strong breakdown from here, then we could see the at least the 2-year come back down to around about that 1.2. Now, here's the thing, guys. This is what's going. This is the big thing. This is the big thing that's going to cause the recession with the interest rates here. If my thesis is right about these interest rates pulling back, so as we got all these, as we got these the 10, 30, or yeah, the 10, 30, and 2 all pulling back. So they're dropping. So right now the yield curve is, we have the short end, what the Fed controls here, is down here, and then we have the long end up here. Okay, I know that's not what it's, that's actually more something like this. Okay, so but that's where it is, short end down, long end up. Okay, with me so far? What looks like that may be happening this year is as the long end, the 20, the 30, maybe even the 2, but probably the 20 and the 20 and the 30, as they start to pull back. So as they start to pull back and they start to drop in the interest rates, the Fed is starting to hike the interest rates, and then guess what that starts to create? An inverted. Inverted simply means the short end is higher than the long end. The long end simply means like the 30-year and the 10-year. Okay. That's like a long time frame. Short end is obviously what the Fed does, how it moves up and down, up and down. Right now we have the long end down and the short end up. Okay, so that's actually still pretty good. But if my thesis is right, and this market comes down, and the Fed does keep raising rates, then yeah, it's gonna send us into the next recession. And heck, maybe we're going to get that this year. It does look like we're starting to get teety-totty on the markets as well too. So we can see here this is the big thing here. So that's what that may be happening now, and I'm just thinking about it. That's what we may be getting ready for. This year, maybe that's where we're headed towards, especially when things really get heated up. Maybe this whole year is going to be like this, and my sort of turning point coming soon in the markets is not going to come soon. Maybe it's going to come. Maybe next year is going to be that buying opportunity. So we can see that that's what's that's what's happening through there, or that's what I believe that's going to happen. The long end's going to drop, and the short end starts to rise through there. So big capitulation, or a big movement on Tesla. Look at Tesla today. Man, people are not liking Tesla, are they? Tesla had a huge move up. Big move up, and now it's actually dropping. So, and let me get on to my euro, this trade here, because I talked about the USDJPY. I actually talked about this trade. As I said before, guys, I've just done a market update for you. Okay, I could say major turning point coming, so on and so forth, but I'm always trading based off what the markets tell me. Okay, and again, in that free trading course, I teach you my #1 trading system I look for. But I did a video, and I walked through the video, and I said traders, and the video I did was, the market was right here. It was just going sideways. This is you can go watch the video for the last sort of, actually let me do this. All right, so you can see here that this is the video that I did on May the 18th, okay? And you can see this is the USDJPY. I don't normally do this, but I sort of just give you guys a bit of a heads up. USDJPY. Again, I look across, I trade all the markets, guys, okay? I trade cryptos, I trade Forex, I trade futures, and also I trade stocks as well too. So I trade all the markets. And you can see here that I was talking about, it's actually on this video here, you can see that I was actually drawing a down bar. And I was saying I was expecting at least for it to come back down towards these low levels through here, which is around the 128, maybe down to 127. That's where I was expecting to go. And you can see at that time, we're around that one, you can see that we're at 129. 129, and I was expecting a move down through there. Now, I believe that we could actually start to head back down towards these levels down here, but I'll get to that in just a minute. So when I gave this heads up, I'm like, guys, I'm getting ready for this trade here. This is what the 4-hour chart looked like, but I was waiting for the hourly chart to turn around. So if I go back to my chart now, and I bring up my 4-hourly chart, as you can see, this is what the 4-hour chart looked like, right? This is what this video here moved down and a pullback, This is what the 4-hour chart look like. So I went to the 4-hour chart, and this is what it looked like. And I'm saying, I'm getting ready for what? And I actually drew the bar in. I'm getting ready for the drop in the markets. And so when that happened, then I said, okay, I'm waiting for the hourly chart to start to drop out, right? And then when it actually did start to break, we got what? We actually got, as you can see, if we go back down to here, you can see what's happening right now as I speak. So we were at what? We're at 129. When 129, was it 129? Actually, let's go have a look at there. Where was it when I was doing that video? It was 129.31. 129.31 was where the current price was at the time. So 129.31 was right. Let me just draw a line in. Right there. Right. So that was it. Right. The market was right at that level there. So we're basically right. Forget that trend line. So we're basically right at this level, right around here was when I did the video, and I was getting ready for a drop in the markets. And as you can see, as soon as we broke out, look what happened. We started the stair step down, and we're actually getting the stair step down. So we actually initially got that breakdown, which was a beautiful trading opportunity for me. And I rode this thing down. It was just a beautiful trade. So again, I try to give you guys a heads up for it. Now, what I'm looking for right now is there may be a much more of a massive pullback coming in this USDJPY. Okay. So looking at this market through here, looking at this thing here, I can see that looking at the 4-hour chart, look what's happening through here. Okay, so we can see the 4-hour chart is doing what? High, a lower high. Now the market's rolling over again. This level through here, that's when I did the video. Again, that was that video that I did, and then now ever since we've actually started the drop all the way back down to this major level of support, and now we're pulling back through here. So the big 4-hour chart is telling me this. Is that once we start to see if we can start to get a breakdown bar, something like this, breaking past this support level, we may come back up and then test it as resistance, say the next say bar or the next couple of bars like this. But then there's a good probability we're going to start to head back down towards the 125. But then if we have a look at that weekly chart, right, that 125 level right there, that's that. Let's go back to the daily charts here. Yeah, that level, this level right here, right, that level right there is a major support level. You can see back here in time. As you can see back here, there's a major resistance point back here. So this whole area through here, maybe even a bit lower, this whole area of this second trend line here is a major support on the weekly charts. Obviously same for the daily chart. So if I'm looking at the 4-hour charts and maybe even the hourly charts, is that if we can start to get another pullback out of this, and we start to get below this support line, then there's a real big probability we're going to start to make our way back down to around the 124 level, maybe even a bit lower than that. So this is the big thing that I'm watching for right now. Again, I'm always trading with the trend. And this is what I was high. I'm always trading after a pullback, so the market pulled back, and then we're getting ready, and now we're getting another pullback through here. If we get something like this, firstly, we could at least get a short-term move back down to the support level. But then I believe that, I believe that if we can get something like that, then it's probably going to start to break that, and we're going to start to see a very, 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 very significant move, a bit of a free fall in this USDJPY market. So that's what I'm looking for right now. I've already had my first trade of this. It was just a massive, massive successful trade. And now I'm looking at, say, the 15-minute charts as well too, to really time my entries in. So I'm looking forward to seeing next week. Right now, what we're getting right now on the 15-minute chart, and I'm going a bit more TA on you right now, but we can see we had a sort of a double bottom, maybe double top. Now we're getting a move down. Now we're getting a slow move pull back. So if this 15-minute chart starts to do something like this as well, and then we get sort of a big, strong breakdown bar like that, then this pullback here, we've got a nice move down, then a pullback, and then a breakaway bar. There's a real high probability, especially if we start to break this level of support level through here, like we get something big, there's a massive probability that we're going to probably at least come back down to this support level. That's that 15-minute chart. But then remember we start to go to the big picture. The big picture is what? The 1-hour charts, the 4-hour charts, daily charts. The big picture says that we may even get a bit of a bouncy on the 15-minute chart, and then like something like that. But then we have a strong probability, no certainty, guys. So obviously don't. I'm always protecting myself. I always have good risk management on these trades, and then also I also have, I'm also protecting my profit as well too. I never let a profit turn into a loss. But so once that happens, then I can see this thing. So once again, guys, if on the 15-minute chart we have this support level through here, oh no, not if, but we do have that support level through there. If for some reason we start to get maybe a bit of a large bar like this, there's a massive probability we're going to at least get a breakdown bar through there. We may get a bit of a bounce for a bit because it is support. But then once we start to break that 127,200 level, then we're probably going to start to see a bit of a free fall. So as you can see, traders, down to this, remember that was that next support level through there. So as you can see that I'm a trader of markets. I don't want you to be focused on, if you are, like if you're just like, I'm just so focused on Bitcoin right now. I'm Bitcoin. It's like, don't. Be a trader of these markets. And the thing is that once you can learn how to read the charts, in phase number 2 and 3 of my free trading system, again, link in the description, or John's, JOHNS, John's, freegift.com. Just go over there, get it. You'll start to learn the techniques that work across all markets. My trading system that I use works across all markets. So as you can see, like if I go to the Bitcoin, or if I'm trading the Forex, or if I'm trading stocks, I'm trading the same thing because it is all, they all operate the same way. So you don't need a Forex trading system and a Bitcoin trading system because it's all the same thing that I'm trading. Again, I don't normally do this, tell you guys what I'm looking at, what I'm doing. I did last week, and as you can see, that last week's trade was right here. As you can, so that was that. This is the 15-minute chart. So as you can see, the breaking of support, and then we had a very nice move down from there, and then we've continued down as well too. So the big thing is, guys, is that please don't think that you need to have 1,000 different systems as well too, right? I was talking to someone yesterday on a coaching call, and they were saying that, I'm like, you just need one simple system that works across all markets. And how you do that is use foundational basics of how markets work, like simple trend analysis. Like, remember I said before, like, look what's happening here. Remember I said before on the 15-minute chart, and I'm just going to give you a basic example here. This is how markets work, right? So let me actually take everything off the screen here for a minute. Remember I said before that we've got like a bit of a here, right? And call that like a bit of a lower low, come down, and now we're getting this like sort of weak, sort of slow move pullback. Remember I said that before? Remember I said before that if we do get a breakdown past this level of support, then there's a good probability we're going to start to make our way back down towards the 127. Well, that exact same thing that I just said to you is the exact same reason why I got into this in the first place. Firstly, I was looking at the bigger charts, so the 4-hour, 1-hour charts, but then I start to look at the lower time frame. Again, look at this here. Down, slow up, down, slow across through here, and look what happened. As soon as we broke the low, come down, broke the low, big move on the down, or really nice move on the downside. It's the exact same thing here, right? It's a strong down, slow up, and then a breaking, and then down we go. It's not that difficult, right? It's just, you just got to really understand the process from there. So let's go have a look at Bitcoin. Since you guys are, John, should I buy Bitcoin now? No. Because what's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's doing nothing. Bitcoin's about to, I'm about to get some unsubscribes, but I don't care. Bitcoin's about to get hammered again. You can see here, big move down, and now it's doing what? Remember I said before, we're going down and we're going sideways. If I have a look at my actual, let's bring on the 52 and the 20 here for a minute, and I'm trying to see what's happening. So we're definitely on a strong move down. So maybe, just by looking at this here, let me take off the 52 because I don't need that anymore. Maybe, just maybe, we're going to do something like this. We're going to continue sideways, and the 50 and the 20 catches up, and then we get a strong breakdown bar. If that happens, then guess what? We're probably going to get something like that, okay? And we're probably going to continue down and down and down and down. The prices are down, okay? We'll put it this way, traders. So many people looking to buy Bitcoin. Why not short it? What a quickie thing. Why not go with the market instead of fighting it? If the market's on a downtrend, why not look for shorting opportunities? Now, don't just short any opportunity. Again, go get my free access to my free trading course, guys. Okay, I'll show you the system that I use for buying and selling. It's the same thing, but just flipped upside down, right? But why not, instead of is it a good time to buy Bitcoin right now? Traders, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, you've missed the boat with Bitcoin. Stop trying to find the next. It's not going to stop bottom here and make a massive rocket ship to the upside to 70,000, 100,000. That boat has sailed. Okay, it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen this year. It's going to take some time for it to now weed out the weak, and we're getting the flush out now. And this is something that I was telling all my private clients and all you guys on YouTube last year, that this is the whole Bitcoin thing is a representation of the .com, and we're seeing it now, like 19,000 coins or something like that. I even had mentors of mine who were just starting up their own coin and stuff like that. It was just absolutely just a lot of crock, right? And then now you're seeing like things like Luna. You're seeing, you're just seeing the big crashes that are happening right now across all the markets, and we're seeing this. And the big thing about this is that we're not at the bottom yet on the crypto markets. We're just like, if you've watched this entire market update all the way through, just like with the stock market, we're going to see a massive capitulation out of these things. So if that's likely to be the case, why not try to short the market? Why not try to look for good trading opportunities for shorting instead of just trying to buy, when it's down? If you want to buy it, wait for it to turn around, and it's not turning around anytime soon. Okay, we're definitely on a massive, very, very, very weak downward. We've got a lot more downside to come. There's going to be a massive capitulation, both in the stock market and both in the crypto market, and there's going to be a massive washing. And we're starting to see it right now again with Luna, and there's going to be that sort of stuff. So stop trying to buy Bitcoin right now. Do not buy Bitcoin right here. Actually, you can do whatever you want to do. But John, you don't understand. Even Jordan Belford, he said it was crap, but now he's buying it. Come on now. It's like everyone was, traders, everyone was jumping on the crypto bandwagon. Even Paul Tudor Jones, right? Paul Tudor Jones was like, oh, Bitcoin will be a great inflation hedge. Bitcoin will be a great inflation hedge. Traders, just be smart, right? Just look at back from, even if these so-called experts, which I do respect so much from what their history and the way they've seen these markets, just remember, guys, that this is nothing new. This is history repeating itself from the inflationary, from the time we're in right now. Go back to the 70s. What happened in the 70s is what's going to happen this year, okay? With inflation, what did well in the 70s is probably going to do well this year. That's why gold is definitely at the top of the list, especially the second half of this decade as well too. But there's going to be a massive capitulation coming in the markets, and we need to be prepared for that.